Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the Firestick 4K Max. Is it worth the upgrade? Let's find out. The Fire TV Stick 4K Max is Amazon's latest upgrade for their streaming device. It's an upgrade from the Firestick 4K. There are a few differences from the 4K and the 4K Max. Let's take a second to compare the 4K Stick and the 4K Max. You can see that the memory has been bumped up to 2 GB from 1.5. The quad-core processor has also been enhanced to 1.8 GHz and the GPU to 750 MHz. And the other big notable difference is it has the introduction of Wi-Fi 6. This might be an important upgrade for you guys if you have compatible Wi-Fi 6 hardware in your home. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump right into the unboxing. You can see here it's a pretty standard box, nothing fancy, bright orange in order to capture your attention. Let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. And it comes with a pretty standard equipment here. It comes with the power adapter cord, which you'll need for either attaching to your TV or your third-party plug. You also have the new version of the remote control. It's pretty nice. Has some quick action buttons on the bottom. And then you have the Fire TV stick itself. It's very similar to the previous version, as we'll take a deeper dive into that in a little bit. The rest of the box you have an Hello Firestick 4K Max little guide. It also includes the standard power adapter for your USB extender cable. And it includes some Amazon Basics AAA batteries, which will probably last you a couple of months. Additionally, you have the HDMI extender cable for those hard to reach places in your TV. So that's a nice add. Let's take a deep dive into the Firestick 4K Max device itself. Here you can see it's pretty standard. It's a flat matte style design. And if we compare it to the old 4K Max, you can see they're pretty much identical except for the logo. So it's not much of a cosmetic upgrade in terms of that. They did retain its nice slim form factor. And the remote itself, I feel is a pretty nice upgrade. All the buttons and everything stand out a little bit more than the previous version, and they have the quick access buttons on the bottom for Prime Video, Netflix, Disney Plus, and Hulu, which is kind of nice. And when we compare it to the old remote, you can see the differences pop out. On the left side, the buttons just have a little bit more presence. The weight of both devices seemed almost the same. It's very lightweight and doesn't feel very premium, but that's not a big deal. I did notice that the clicking noise on the older remote is a lot louder than the new remote. Take a listen. Now I don't know if that's gonna bother you guys too much, but I thought there was something to note. Now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead and compare the 4K versus the 4K Max devices and see if it's really worth an upgrade. Here you have the 4K stick itself, and I'm just gonna take a quick second to just fly through the UI back and forth, and you guys be the judge of the speed for yourselves. Here I'm going left and right and going quickly vertically up and down, and you can see the graphics and advertisements popping up relatively quickly there. There's no real major lag. It's really fast. I'm very impressed with the 4K stick itself. This is definitely an upgrade from the regular Fire Stick. Now let's go ahead and do a quick Wi-Fi test. I have a Wi-Fi 6 system in my home, and right now this device does not support Wi-Fi 6. And you can see that even without that, I'm still getting a pretty good amount of speed here. I'm getting 243 megabits down and approximately 160 megabits per second up. That will definitely be enough for anything 4K on your devices. Now let's go ahead and compare the Firestick 4K Max. I'm going to go ahead and start just scrolling around left and right, and you guys can be your own judge here. You can see that the difference between the 4K Max and the 4K is very minimal. As I scroll up and down, the graphics are popping up extremely quickly. I would even go as far as saying that the Firestick 4K Max itself is a tad bit faster when it comes to scrolling. The graphics, you can tell they just pop up a little bit quicker, and there's very minimal delay when I'm going up and down with my remote control, which is really nice. Let's go ahead and jump right into the Firestick 4K Max Wi-Fi test. Now you can see here with Wi-Fi 6, I'm getting a much better speed, almost double than what I was getting on my regular Firestick 4K. And you know, that may be impactful for you, but if you're getting anywhere above, you know, 100 and 150 megabits per second, you're more than adequate for 4K gaming. Unless you have multiple people in your home and you have multiple streaming devices, then a Wi-Fi 6 setup and a 4K Max device definitely makes a big difference. Now I want to jump into a feature that I feel is really underutilized by a lot of people in my circle, and I've noticed online as well. And I've been actually very pleased with this particular setup in both devices, and that is the live streaming bit. So let me give you an example. If you go to the live streaming section here, there's a guide, and there's also on the right, you're going to see a bunch of live TV sources. This is everything across like IMDb TV or anything that you have hooked into your device. That could be YouTube TV, that could be Pluto TV. So let me give you an example here. If you go to the settings and you go to live TV, you're gonna have a nice panel here that shows you your favorite channels. It's gonna show you where to manage your channels. And this is great because it's showing you your sources for live TV. So since this is my 4K Max and I just set it up, I only had IMDb TV in there. But let's go ahead and install Pluto TV, for example. Once Pluto TV gets installed, it becomes automatically picked up by the live TV section of Firestick 4K. And this is awesome because it's adding in all those channels automatically to your guide. And the beauty of it is you can actually just hold the selection button on your remote and it automatically adds it as a favorite. So you don't actually have to have all these channels just in your view at all times. You could actually configure them to your liking, and I love that feature because it works extremely well. So for instance, here you can go up and down, you can see all the channels. There's even the preview on the right, even though it's coming from different sources, which is awesome. So now, for example, if I go back to the live screen and I click on the guide, this is where the cream of the crop is here. It's actually bringing in all the sources into one nice guide view. And depending on where that source exists, if you click on the device to watch the TV show, it's just going to open up that particular app that's hosting that particular channel. And this is just awesome because it's just bringing everything into one single pane of glass, and it makes the experience extremely enjoyable. And there's other options as well. If you hold on to the three little dashes on your controller, you're going to have the actual filters on the right. You can filter channels, you can add to favorites, and add channels straight from the screen. I really do feel that this is a very underutilized feature of streaming devices today. It's nice to have that single pane of glass for live TV, and this also makes it extremely easy to finally move away from cable companies. So my advice to you guys, definitely check this feature out. It's very underutilized and I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. So let's quickly go over a couple of options you have for your remote control case. I got these on Amazon and they're really nice. They're both silicone design. This one here is like a bluish purple color, and you can see it's really nice. It fits perfectly snug and it feels really good in the hand. On the back side here, you have a couple of ridges for extra grip and support. And my ultimate favorite one so far is this nice orange one. It's easy to find, especially if you have kids in the house running around. It's a nice orange design. I really like this one. And again, it has the little ridges on the back for the additional grip and support. I'll put the links in the description below. You guys should definitely check these out. So there you have it, guys. In the end, I really do love the Firestick 4K Max. However, if you're coming from a 4K stick, I think the upgrade is very minimal and you're not going to feel it. However, if you do have a Wi-Fi 6 mesh system in your home, you definitely might want to consider getting the upgrade to the 4K Max. Thanks again for watching the video, everyone, and I hope you guys found this video helpful. And if you did, please smash that like button and subscribe for more videos like this. Until the next one.